Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about a time that I went to Dominican Republic and I got this virus that was going around. The virus is called chikungunya, and I remember you get it from like mosquito bites. It's this thing where you get like a very high fever and you get symptoms like diarrhea, nausea, and all this other crazy shit. Like it was crazy. So I remember when we got the tickets, I was like, we're going for 2 weeks, so we should be fine. Just bring as many repellent, like as much repellent as you possibly can to the trip, and we should be fine. Alright. So another thing that I even did in order not to get like that virus was that I stayed at my uncle's house and let my parents stay at my grandfather's house, because in my grandfather's house it's like a farm, so there's a lot of mosquitoes. Obviously there's animals and stuff like that, so mosquitoes everywhere. So I decided to stay in my uncle's house and I was like, oh, I should be fine. Well, on the second or third day of staying in his house, I laid down with a headache. I remember laying down, I was like, oh my god, I have a headache. And I think I have a footage and I might put it in. That footage was from the second day that I had the chikungunya. Guys, like, I was trying not to say the name in this whole video because it is ridiculous to pronounce. But anyway, so I was hoping like that it was just from that I got the headache from like the climate change, and I'm very like bad when it comes to going in an airplane. For some reason I get like sick, I don't know. But I thought it was all from that, so I didn't pay any mind and I fell asleep. I woke up with 103-degree fever and I was thinking, oh, fuck. I bet that I just got whatever that thing is called. Alright, so my uncle tells me, oh, you know what? You probably did just take 2 acetaminophen, which was what they were prescribing everyone who had that thing. Which it's completely dangerous for like adults and babies because it really tries to like attack like your weakest spot. I remember my wrist hurting a lot and the bottom of my feet, which are my weak spots, so it really like just attacks your weak spots. So I had that pain. I remember having tingling like on my arms, but I guess that was from the fever, like hot flashes and all that stuff. And on the 4th day I decided to go we decided to go to my grandfather's house because they were having like a gathering. And that was really scary because I remember laying in my grandfather's bed and all I could feel was my heart beating. Like I couldn't feel my body or like recognize what anybody else was saying. I remember my mom was trying to speak to me. I couldn't understand anything she said. Everyone was freaking out. Like I just remember like my mom was freaking out. To the point where she wanted me to go to the doctor the next day. The next day I feel a little bit better. I actually took the acetaminophen because my dad is always prepared with like any pill that you might need, so he always has that. So that's what I took. And the next day my mom was like, I'm still taking you to the doctor, make sure you're fine, and that's all you had. So I remember not really having the fever that much, but I still had the pain in my arm and all that stuff. So we go to the doctor. That's another story in itself. We're sitting in this room filled with like so many people. This doctor is free apparently, so you see everyone that you could possibly see there. I remember going to the office and the nurse was gonna take out my blood to make sure that all I had was the chikungunya virus thing or whatever. And it was the worst, like the worst doctor visit I've ever been to in my whole life. I remember her taking this giant needle out. It was like really fat, like it was like this fat, and she was expecting to put that into my arm. I freaked out. Like the first reason why I flipped out was because she tried to put one that she had already open, and I was like, no, you are not putting that. You need to give me the regular, like you need to open a new one. So I'm thinking, okay, if she goes and opens a new one, it's probably gonna be the butterfly one that I'm used to and not this giant thing. No, she went and she got another giant thing. And I'm guessing the reason why they have that for adults is because like they keep the butterfly ones for like little babies. and maybe they don't want to waste it. I don't know, but I flipped out. I hate needles, and the fact that that one was like massive, it freaked me out. So not only did I have to struggle with putting a needle through my arm, but I get to the doctor's office and it's my mom's friend. Now, if you guys know who Dominicans, they talk about everything and their mother. Like, I remember she's sitting there and my mom's sitting there and they're just talking and talking and talking, and I'm like, lady, these are my blood test scored thingies. Can you just read this and prescribe something? Nope. They kept talking and talking. They were talking for hours. I was tired. I just wanted to go home. So yes, I stay home because we actually have like a house over there. It's actually being made right now, like from scratch. But I just wanted to go home, and like I was just so mad. And they kept talking about whatever they had to talk about. It was just so funny. Okay, anyway, so so after that we went back to the capital the next day. I believe we went back to my uncle's house over in the capital of Dominican Republic, because we were gonna take because in 2 or 3 days we were gonna take the, what is it called, the airplane to come back to the United States. So
middle fingers for the haters. Life's only getting greater.
This is my dog. I don't understand why he does that. You're so crazy.